Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in, come on in. Get a pen and paper. We got a lot to pack in tonight. I have all kind of notes out, and I'm gonna first. I need to deciding what all to share. We're going to see how the time goes. We are not going to run into us too much blush. We're not going to go into a whole hour and a half like we did with the last session, but there's some things I need to address. I need to gather y'all, whether you're live or whether you are playing this back. I want to address two things, and I'm going to try not, for those that know me, I can really get on my, I can really get going. So, number one, I want to remind you in the purpose of this class. This class was started as a Hillman Talk movement, a Each One Teach One movement, which we're calling Hillman Talk, on TikTok. And at the end of January 2025, a current year at the time of this, of me recording this, we're almost a month into this movement. And I was excited that there were so many people interested in learning about how to heal themselves, how to be proactive about their health, learning about holistic health as it relates to metabolic health, because I've seen other practitioners on TikTok, but not many talk about metabolic health. And some people are scared to talk about that. So it was exciting for me to see that thousands of you were like, yay me, sign me up. I want to know. However, what I've realized, I want to address this mindset of a quick fix that I cannot fully blame you all for. It's really the way our society and our healthcare system here in America has set you up to believing that you have a symptom and here's a pill to fix it. And some think that holistic health is, I have a symptom and here is a plant-based, a type of food, a lifestyle remedy to fix it. On surface level it is, but holistic functional medicine is about getting to the root cause. First, it's about addressing what non-negotiables. Anytime you have any type of dis-ease or dysfunction in your body, we got to remove three certain things. Three things we got to remove, dairy being one of them that comes out. We remove the non-negotiables. Then we have to get you operating from deficiency to sufficiency. A lot of you, whether you have a metabolic condition such as type 2 diabetes, or you're just unhappy with your big old gut, or you're struggling from something, a life kind of hormonal imbalance like perimenopause or menopause, or you have PCOS, or whatever it is, your body is deficient in something and an imbalance has been created. It did not happen overnight. You remember in class number one, I talked about your body is always trying to maintain homeostasis for you. It's always trying to achieve balance. It is only responding to the conditions you subjected it to. You. So I challenge you, I implore you, if you want to be a part of the holistic health functional medicine, you have to look into you. What am I subjecting myself to now that Dr. Rox is making me aware? Other people on different platforms are making me aware that I have some control over, right? Because this quick fix mindset, it took you a decade or 2 or 3 or maybe just 5 years to get here. You're not going to undo it overnight. And to be clear, this is not directed to anyone in the classroom. If you're like, hey, I want to get the materials and everything, in the description here. Oh, matter of fact, let me see. Can I add my description now? I wanted to see that. No, I can't. Okay. I can't add my description until after. I did want to check that. Okay. Make sure you come back. Wait a minute. Edit video. Can I? Can I? I guess I can. Let me know in the chat if I'm froze, because I wanted to test this out. I'm sorry. I need to see if I can put this description in the chat at the same time, because if so, you guys will have this right away. Let me just do this. Copy, paste, paste. Okay, I'm going to save. And then somebody in the chat tell me, okay. Where did I go? I disappeared. Somebody tell me. Okay, I disappeared. Maybe I should have did that. Can y'all still hear me? And let me get back to, Roxanne. Okay, I shouldn't have did that. Can y'all still hear me and see me? I lost y'all as a channel, so I probably shouldn't have did that. But I'm trying to find it again. I found it. found it, but how do I get out of here? I shouldn't have did this. Bear with me. I'm sorry. I'm still learning this. I came out to edit the video. I wanted to edit, and now I can't see comments or anything. So I probably shouldn't have did that. Customization. No, no. I can't see y'all anymore. How do I get back? Wait a minute. Okay. Live stream. Okay, I'm still live streaming. I just can't see. Somebody text me that has my cell phone number and let me know if y'all can still see me, because I'm going to keep on going. Daughter, somebody text me. Mother. Because I'm trying to get back to the live so I can see y'all. But I can't. Text me and tell me, somebody, if you can still see me. I probably shouldn't have tried to do that, but I had to test it out, and I was in the middle of my thing. I was grooving. Somebody text me and tell me, anybody, my regular clients, somebody. I can't get back. I can't get back. I learned my lesson. I should not have exited out. We're still recording. I just can't see y'all anywhere. I lost my stream. I'm waiting on a text message. If not, I'm going to have to drop this and come back on, because I want to be able to see y'all. Oh, okay. They said we can see and hear you, but I cannot get back. I can't get back to see y'all, and that is annoying. Okay. Keep putting your comments because I can see them after, but daughter, if you can text me and look up how I get back. I can't see y'all. Okay. Well, that's all right. I'm going to keep going. Y'all can hear and see me, but I can't see comments or anything because I done went ahead and edited. Also, let me know if you can see, daughter, let me know if you can see the description of the video now that I put it there with it being live so I can refer to it. Okay, so back to what I was saying. You need to address, I'm not going to let that sidebar me that I can't see y'all there. As long as y'all can see and hear me and keep up with me. Okay. You got to adjust this mindset. You go from operating from deficiency to sufficiency, right? And then we have to dismantle the dysfunction. So in tonight's class, when I'm talking about the thyroid, and as you guys go class to class, sometimes some of you in the classroom, and I get this from clients in real life, I get, hey, I tried that supplement, but it's been a week and it's not really working. Or I tried the castor oil pack and yeah, but my stomach ain't go down yet. We're on we did 2 classes. I work with clients for usually 3 months or more to dismantle the dysfunction. A lot of you are coming here with the idea, or you're thinking that it's one symptom or what your doctor uncovered. But if you did not see a functional medicine practitioner, you likely have not gotten to the root. This is what I go over. In my clarity call with my clients, I got to break down everything from your antecedents, the things that happen before you, triggering events, mediators, immune imbalance and inflammatory imbalances, environmental inputs, gastrointestinal, structural integrity, hormone neurotransmitters, relationships, detoxification, stress and resilience, nutrition, exercise, sleep, structural integrity. I go through all of this before we decide what we need to address. But a lot of you in coming to this course are coming with the things that you believe you have wrong. The purpose of this course is to share with you the key things, hormonal imbalances, digestive imbalances, and immune imbalances, which are the root of 99% of dis-ease and disease, so you can then begin to think more and explore and maybe identify what's wrong. So if you want a quicker way to get there, because we're doing this over the next 10 weeks, you want a quicker way to get there, you need to tap the link to my website and go book a clarity call. If you're like, I already know I need your help one-to-one with this, that's what you need to do. Because then I put you on, I have a rev me up, I have different systems that I use that take all of the information you're learning and you get that, but I put it in an easy to understand care plan, meal plan, check in with you, one-to-one coaching, behavior tracking in a HIPAA compliant health portal. Okay, let's get to this week. I am so upset that I can't see y'all live anymore, and I can't go to it. Like, that is so distracting to me. I learned a lesson here. I learned a lesson. Okay, I'm going to keep, it's a good thing I don't need the comments. for this. Okay. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let me move this over here. I'm about to share my screen. I hope that helped with some of you thinking that you're supposed to see reversal of something when it's only been 1 or 2 weeks. Like, that's not going to happen. It's not. Even if you get through all 10 weeks of this, because you're trying to diagnose yourself and you're looking for a quick fix. You're used to a pill to match the ill. This is not a pill to match the ill. We are getting to the root. And some of the root cause stuff like anemia, I'm gonna discuss tonight. Some of y'all think you have anemia, and it's not even an anemia based issue. It's a digestive based issue. Okay. Dag, I wish I could see the chat. Okay, it's time to share my screen. Okay, we're going desktop 3. Ooh. Give me a second. I want to make that a little bit bigger. My daughter who's on will text me if there's something really important that happens in the chat. If something really important happens, then she will let me know. Okay, and you're going to have to let me know how I pop up on your screen, because I don't like the options it's giving me, and I won't be able to see this. So, daughter, I'm going to need you again. Okay, share. I really did one tonight. Okay, it's coming. Let me know. Let my daughter know in the chat so she can text me. Let me know if you are able to see the full screen, and I'm up in the corner small. I want to be small in the corner. I don't want to be like half of the screen as we as we get started. Okay. So, and I'm gonna jump right into it with the thyroid. We're talking about the thyroid and the pituitary gland this week. Your thyroid is your furnace. So think about what your furnace does. The furnace provides heat, right? Provides heat. So remember I talked about your liver was the king of fat storage. Your adrenal glands last week, or your hormone regulators. Your thyroid is the furnace. Now, if you're watching this or replaying this and you're saying, I had my thyroid removed, that just means you don't have one of your MVPs. So you got to really nurture the other MVPs. These first 3 classes, because today's the end of the first 3, is just making you aware of who your MVPs are. In the upcoming weeks, we're going to dive deeper into imbalances in the hormonal system, imbalances in the digestive system, and imbalances in the immune system. This is not to diagnose, treat, to help you solve whatever issues, but bringing awareness to the physiological and the physiology and the functionality of the key things around metabolic health. I don't see a message. Mother, can you let me? Oh, okay, they can see. Okay. So I'm up in the corner. I'm assuming I'm up in the corner. All right, so let's go here. I shouldn't have did that. I like being able to see y'all there, and I lost it all. Okay, what does your thyroid do? What does your thyroid do? If any of my clients are on, hey, y'all, hey, like I told you, as I grow, they end up growing because I end up learning more and sharing that knowledge. Your thyroid helps you regulate your body temperature. It acts as a thermostat for your body. It also influences your overall psychological well-being. So I want you to keep these things in mind, what your thyroid does as you're trying to self-diagnose. Because you don't need to self-diagnose, you just need to know that your thyroid is an MVP. It's one of the most valuable players when it comes to metabolic health. So whether you have dysfunction at all, you want to nourish it so it never does become dysfunctional, because it does after 40. Your thyroid influences appetite, energy levels, sex drive, and sleep. This little thing right here. Your thyroid, who knows their chakras? Who knows your chakras? Dag, I'm mad I can't see a chat. But still put in the chat. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Who knows your chakras? Your throat chakra is here. Your throat chakra, that is where your thyroid falls. Your thyroid, as related to what this course is about, plays in controlling metabolism. Metabolism is the conversion of food into energy. And for many people, it's not an issue. It's not an issue of, I don't want to say not an issue of what they're eating. For some people, the issue is not what they're eating. Their issue is that the body can't convert it. Because as I say, you are not what you eat. You are what your body is able to do with the food that you eat. Let me keep all my notes handy. And don't worry, I will be referring you. The books, the 2 textbooks we have good stuff in here. There's good stuff in here. So these are optional. They're also down in the description box where to locate them, or in the description box. But there's some good information in here for those that want to read up more than what I'm going to talk about. And I'm going to get into sharing that. So look, we're getting right into it. We're getting right into it. Do I want to get right into it? Let me think, Roxanne. Do I want to get right into it? How clinical should I get? How clinical should I get? How clinical should I get tonight? So this is what I'm going to do. I'm a guide. I'm a guide here, so I make sure I hit the right points. So your thyroid, let me go back. I'm going to go back one before I hit you with this diagram and you're like, wait a minute, what is this? Okay. Your thyroid secretes two hormones. Just two. T4 and T3. T4 and T3. Your thyroid secretes. A lot of you like, what about TSH? That's secreted by your pituitary gland. Remember, hormones are messengers. Hormones deliver messages and trigger particular organs with what to do. TSH, we're going to get into what that does. But in terms of your thyroid, because we're going to talk about the pituitary next. In terms of your thyroid, it secretes T4 and T3. Right? T4 and T3. T4 and T3. T3 is the active form of your thyroid. T4, wait a minute, did I put that there? I did. I'm going to come back to that slide. I'm going to come back. I'm going to move around a little bit, all right? So stick with me. Specific to weight and fat loss, what the thyroid does, and it's pretty amazing. T4, your body makes 80%, all right? Stick with me. Follow me. Stick with me. Your body makes 80 of the T4 and T3. Your body makes 80% T4, 20% T3. T3 is the active form. The other 80%, in order for it to be utilized, your body has to convert it. I'm going to go back to the chart. Your body has to convert it. For those that are on a Synthroid or whatever type of medication, it doesn't give you T3. If you're on a thyroid medication, your doctor's only giving you T4, baby. You're getting an inactive form. You're not getting T3. So if your body, you still have imbalances in the things that I'm about to discuss, that's why your Synthroid medication ain't working, because they're giving you T4. T4, the inactive form. T3 is the active form. And these two travel, these two hormones, the rest of hormones are messengers, travel through the bloodstream. And how they influence metabolism, I love it. They take oxygen and calories and convert it to energy. Like magic. Like I told you, God created your body in a way where it will do everything you need it to do. But we screw it up by the conditions that we subject it to. We screw it up by the conditions that we subject it to. All right. So let me go back. Now let me go back to this. All right. I'm hopping right on in. Oh, and let me tell you, the T3 right here, the T3 possesses 4 times the metabolic strength, the hormone capacity of what it's supposed to do, than the T4. Do you see what happens? So follow me. I think y'all can see the cursor. As it relates to thyroid function, I told you this is what your thyroid does. As it relates to metabolism is what I'm going to focus on. But what you can keep in mind is, wait a minute, I'm having issues with my temperature. Think about menopause, right? Think about psychological well-being when doctors put you on antidepressants and don't get to the root cause, and the issue might be related to your thyroid, not the antidepressant. The antidepressant is going to cause issues with your thyroid. Think about how it influences appetite, energy levels, sex drive, and sleep. Keep all of this in mind as I talk about how this happens. Because some of you think that when, the doctors run labs, oh, my hormone levels are fine, right? You have free and you have bound hormones, free and bound. About 90%, where's my statistic I had over here? Hold on. I had a statistic up. Yes, 99% of your T4 is bound to proteins. It has to be released. So when your doctor's ordering labs, you want to be sure that they are ordering free as well. You want free T4, you want free T3. Free means it's available to your body for use. If it ain't free and it's just bound up, it ain't available for use. I won't get into the whole breakdown of that, but that's important when your doctors are running tests for thyroid, that you want them running T4, T3, and you want free. Because if your bound number is great, you're like, oh, your T4 is fine. But if it's not enough of it is free to be converted to the T3. T3 is the fat burn. T3 is what's going to burn fat. So let me go back up and not get too, oops. What happened? Okay, today. Okay, play games with me today. We won't do that. You're going to exit me right on out. Okay. Okay, whatever is going on, I can flow with it. Test me if you won't. Okay, let's get back to it. You don't want the information to be shared. Here we go. It's back. Okay. Factors that contribute to proper thyroid function. I want to focus on these nutrients. I want y'all to focus on these nutrients, okay? Focus on these nutrients. Let me bring up make sure I don't miss anything on this paper. Iodine. So when y'all cut out salt from your diet and wonder why, and that was a misstep by the government, period, our healthcare system. Iron, iodine, tyrosine, zinc, selenium, vitamins E, B3, B2, B3, B6, vitamin C, and vitamin D. These are necessary for your body to make T4. Necessary. So we're going first step. They are necessary for your body to make T4. When you think about someone that's vegan, I'm not picking on vegans. I'm just pointing out that if you go vegan, you need to make sure that you are supplementing to get enough protein, because guess where tyrosine comes from? Tyrosine is an amino acid. It's the backbone of your thyroid support. It's the backbone. But guess what else? Let me give you this. I'm getting off pace, but y'all keep up with me. Iron, right here. Iron is needed for the development of the tyrosine. Tyrosine is amino acids. What do amino acids come from? Protein. So if you're not getting in protein and you took out meat, you have to be mindful to get that in. What do most of the B vitamins come from? Some B vitamins come from grains, but they also come from what? I'm going to go down the list. It also comes from our different meats. So when you cut out one nutrient and go, I'm doing this, that's surface level. You don't understand what type of damage you're doing. So when people do keto or they go low carb or they do these different diets without having a trained professional watch them. I'm trained in 18 healing diets, of which those are included. Then you do damage because you're not supporting. You're causing more dysfunction for a short reward. The mindset of the quick fix. The mindset of the quick fix when your body has all of these parts where it's trying to maintain homeostasis. So your body needs these nutrients to produce the T4. So this is my thing. If you're not taking in the nutrients, then guess what? You're going to be on Synthroid. This is why it's important to eat when they say balanced diet, I did put a meal plan in the description box and in our classroom. I have a meal plan that's been approved by registered dietitians for hypothyroid, for a sluggish thyroid, hypothyroid. And there's a promo code for you to get 50% off that meal plan. Food is medicine. Food is medicine. Food is medicine. Say it to yourself. Food is medicine. Food is medicine. Food is medicine. Oh, I wish I could see these comments here. This is driving me crazy. Not being able to see you. And I'm looking all around to see if I move my window somewhere else. But nope. It's just because I went to edit the video. Okay. Can't get it back. I need to Google that. Anyway. So when you get the right amount of nutrients, you don't have these problems. But if not, guess what? They're going to give you a chemical for it that causes other issues. Let's go on the flip side to the factors that inhibit production. Stress. What does stress do? Stress increases what we talked about last week. Cortisol levels. What does cortisol levels do? Cortisol levels suppress the production of the T4 that you need. I'm tying it all together. These first three classes just lay the foundation so that you're aware. Infection and trauma and radiation, certain medications, autoimmune disease, even fluoride, and then certain toxins. So when I talk about eating organic and being mindful of what you're putting in your body, what you're inhaling in the air, it can impact your thyroid. And if you're not mindful of these things and intentional about what you're putting in your body and what you're avoiding from your body, it will impact your thyroid. Ladies over 40, you automatically after 40 begin to produce less of the thyroid hormone. So if you know this and you are 40 years old, why not nourish the gland that your body's producing less of when I just told you what it does. I just told you what it does. It does all of these key things. And then we get pissed over age 40 that, oh, I'm spreading through the midsection. Oh, I'm having issues with my energy. I can't keep the weight off. Well, your thyroid, which is the what? The furnace. It turns the food into fuel. That's what it does. It's its main function. If you don't have a thyroid, you got to support all of the other MVPs because you're missing this one. So why not support your thyroid even if you don't have a diagnosed condition? Now, let me be clear. I'm focusing mostly on hypothyroid. Hypothyroid in an autoimmune type condition is known as Hashimoto's. So a lot of times that condition can be missed. Graves' disease is hyperthyroid, overactive thyroid, where the body produces too much of this and they actually need to stay away from iodine. All right, but I'm focusing on hypothyroid, underactive thyroid, because it's the one that's the most common. I'm checking my phone to make sure I'm good on the comments. Okay. Everybody's keeping up. Mommy, daughter, let me know if everybody's keeping up in the comments. I'm hoping that I can go back in and look at this because I was trying something new. Put in the description and boom, bam, it took me out. Okay. So this is what contributes on the left. On the right, you can see what takes away. So once you get the T4, you come to an important fork in the road, baby, where you can either, I need y'all to listen to, let me get some water. I need y'all to listen to me. I get so excited about thyroid. I should have made it a 2-hour class. But I can't. I've been already extending these out more than the time should be spent on them. Listen to me. T4. So for those of you taking a Synthroid, a thyroid medication, your thyroid medication only gives you T4. You can actually take the medication your doctor gave you, and based on these factors here in this second level, you mess around and convert the medication that you thought was going to help you lose weight into something, RT3, that actually forces you to hoard. I talked about this in week 1. RT3, reverse T3. If your doctor's not ordering this, shame on them, but many of them don't. I'm not surprised. I don't need it for what I do in my practice. We go by symptoms, we get to the root. Many of my clients are like, why did my doctor run this? Because they could care less about whether or not you gaining weight. They clinically, if it's not a pathological type condition and looking at their chart of ratings, they're just not going to run it for that. They'll run the T4, they'll run the T3, they'll run the free, but they will less than likely, they're likely not going to run an RT3. I've yet to see a doctor run it with clients that come to me. Your RT3 is a reverse T3. This, your T4 that you create, whether it's in medication or whether you make it in your body, competes to become RT3, fat hoarding, or fat burning. Am I going to take the food that you fed me and hoard it as fat or use it as fuel? Are y'all with me? I'm so mad I can't see these freaking comments because I really get excited. Really get excited. Okay. So right here, look at the factors that increase the conversion. Increase the conversion to something bad. You don't want, if you don't want the T4 that you are already making or the Synthroid medication that they've given to you to be converted to a fat hoarding hormone, right? They're in competition. RT3 and T3 are in competition to bind to the cell. Hormones tell the cells what to do. These are the messengers. They tell the cell what to do. They will go down here and say, hold the fat or burn the fat. If you are stressed, I talked about what cortisol does, right? If you have trauma, if you have a low calorie diet, when you are under eating, if there's inflammation in the body, and this is where we can get autoimmune issues, toxins, infections, liver or kidney dysfunction. Why? Because I talked about the liver is the king of fat storage. If the liver says, I ain't releasing it, it ain't letting it go. Are they keeping up with me in the comments? Are they keeping up with me in the comments? I need somebody to tell me. This driving me crazy. I get too worked up. And no, Mom, I'm not on nothing. It just really excites me. And I'm upset that I can't see y'all talking. Like, can I go to my page? And where's my live? Okay, I'm on my page. Can I go to my live? Oh, wait. I got it back. I figured it out. I figured it out. It was a click and I was scared. Okay, I got it back. So y'all can talk to me. Daughter, you're off. You're off, daughter. Okay, y'all with me. Good, I got it back. I just had to click the live button, y'all. Okay, I got it back. Good. Okay. Y'all with me? So, these are the things that make it convert your T4 to fat hoarding, right? T3, what increases conversion to a fat burning? Selenium and zinc. This oyster zinc is in my description. All the supplements I'm going to talk about, I'm going to show y'all. I'm going to be late to TikTok again, y'all. It is what it is. Y'all showed up for class. Selenium and zinc. Thank you. She said, I love your energy. I'm glad y'all keep up with me. Selenium and zinc. So you want more foods. So for you, even if you're on, I'm going to have to stand up. I'm sitting down today because my back was hurting, but now it's bothering me more. I need to get this energy out. So look, whether you're taking Synthroid or whether I'm doing all of the things. I'm eating the meal plan and I have my T4, right? But what's happening at the fork in the road conversion point? What is happening there? Is it being converted to RT3 or T3? Well, you ain't going to know if it's RT3 because your doctor ain't going to run it. But selenium and zinc. So when people cut out nuts and seeds and they cut out healthy meats, this is a common thing I see in vegans because they just think I'm not eating meat and they don't pay attention to your nutrients. I am trained in targeted nutrition. I am trained to know what food targets what organ. Just like your hormones target the organs, I teach you what foods target the organ. So when you see me post about my meal plans, those meal plans I put together and then had a registered dietitian look at it and approve it. Because that registered dietitian ain't my lane, but I respect what they do to make sure you're getting everything that you need. These are food as medicine meal plans. So it ain't just something thrown, and then the recipes are put together by chefs, right? Let me throw this away. So I'm not a Gemini. I'm not a I'm about to start doing Astro Thursdays. Don't worry, y'all. We're gonna really get into the medical astrology of all of this for those that I'm a Pisces rising, but because I have Sagittarius in my midheaven, I present as a Sagittarius in things like this. But I'm a Cancer sun, Pisces rising, Aries moon. But this is my career, so I present as a Sagittarius since it's in my 10th house. So, okay, do y'all all get this? You all get this. What happens? Factors that, and then lastly, once it converts, the cell has to receive it. Think about a signal. When I talk about insulin sensitivity and I talk about insulin resistance, when we're talking about diabetes, when a cell is resistant to something, it's not receiving the message from the hormone. So in diabetes, the cell's like, nah, I don't hear you, insulin. I know you trying to get that sugar out the blood and get it up in this cell, but I don't hear you. I don't hear you. You want the cell to be sensitive. So what improves cellular sensitivity? Vitamin A, exercise, and zinc. Are y'all following me? Are you following me while I'm going through these notes to make sure, see what I left out and what I want to include, and we may just have to add a bonus class. Some of the common symptoms of hypothyroid. I'm going to give those to y'all quick. Common symptoms of hypothyroid. Fatigue, changes in metabolism, changes in appetite, reduced sex drive, sleep challenges, hair loss, and dry skin, right? But some of the second tier issues that often appear something, and most doctors may miss it and put you on an antidepressant or something else: anxiety, bloating, body aches, dry skin and hair, irritability, joint pain and stiffness, wake feeling tired. That's all inflammation. So when y'all get on here going, some of y'all hopped on this course, like I'm just going to do the first ones on inflammation. A lot of you may have gut health issues too. And gut health is inflammation. If you got leaky gut's going to affect your thyroid. 70% of your immune system is housed in your gut. How could we not affect this? So when I'm saying hormones and hormonal imbalances, immune imbalances, where inflammation falls there, and gut imbalances, it's all linked. I don't care if you poop every day. Your gut microbiome changes as you get older. I had leaky gut and didn't know it. Felt like I was fine. But it's until we begin to uncover these things to get to the root. But instead, our healthcare system wants to give you a medication that only gives you the T4. They don't want to give you a probiotic to help support the gut health. They don't want to give you supplements to help the tyrosine be the amino acid that backs the production of this. Or to tell you, stop taking salt out your diet, you need the iodine. Or give you the grocery voucher so you can buy the healthier foods. Or to book a practitioner like me. Thank y'all. Okay. The TSH is produced in the pituitary, like I told you. We're going to get to that. I'm going through, like I literally have out notes from when I studied the thyroid to see if there's other things I want to talk about. And your thyroid can look normal on a test. The thyroid can look normal and it not be normal. Did I put this in here? Okay, something that y'all have that is going to be activated in the classroom that's not up here on my screen. You have that description that was just on my screen. That diagram is in the classroom. If you're not in the classroom and you want these materials, you better sign up. The link is in the description. The link is in the description box below. But there is a whole sheet on the key nutrients for thyroid function, from iron, iodine, tyrosine, zinc, selenium, vitamin E, vitamin B2, B3, B6, vitamin C, D, A as beta carotene, and A as retinol. It is all, thank you. I didn't know y'all could heart me on here. Thank you. A breakdown. When I say a breakdown, look at this. I gave y'all this. These are materials I paid for school. And I didn't go to no little cheap certification. The training just for me to become a certified functional nutritional counselor was $8,000. It wasn't no little certification, okay? We were studying like doctors. This is the sheet that you guys have. You see me up here in the corner. This and this is in the classroom. It's a whole breakdown of the nutrient that you need that I talked about, what food sources, and it tells you how it helps your thyroid. Go in there and print that. I challenge you as an activity on the bottom. It tells you get out your highlighter and go through the food sources to see which ones you can include more of. So like selenium, Brazil nuts, meat, fish, shellfish. Zinc is in oysters. That's why I take oyster zinc. That's in the description box too. That's why I take oyster zinc. Tyrosine, meat, fish, shellfish, iodine, sea vegetables like nori. I eat the little nori chips, the kelp, the dulse. We'll come back to this. This is in the classroom. I'm going to give you a few of those as we go. Okay. I see some of y'all in the comments have hyperthyroid. Okay. So some of the reasons why, what I want to share with you, some of the reasons why your labs may come up and it show that you have a normal TSH, but you don't, could be any of these issues. And this is what we're trying to look at. You may have a thyroid hormone resistance, an issue with the cellular sensitivity. You may have an issue with the cellular sensitivity and you have enough of the hormone, but the cells aren't opening up. They can't see that by a lab. That is when we're getting to the root cause of issues. You may have a conversion issue. Your body may not, you be making enough of the T3, but it may not be converting it to T4, but you may not be converting it to T3. So you may have a thyroid hormone conversion issue. It's bigger than just the numbers for a lab. And the numbers that they use for lab, we use different that are functional. What they say is good for you in functional medicine, we have a whole breakdown of thyroid labs. Right here, my thyroid labs, when I look at my clients' panels, when I look at their thyroid panel, let me back up. What they consider normal, we don't usually consider functional. It's usually not functional. They brought in those ranges, and that's not, I don't like that they do that, but they do. Autoimmune disorders, like Hashimoto's or Graves' disease. It may not come up on the thing. It takes a good doctor. The good doctors really know how to look at that. Certain medications like corticosteroids, like we talked about last week, radiation therapy, things like that. You may have dysfunction with your pituitary gland or your hypothalamus. That's a part of your brain. I'm about to get into the pituitary. You may have a nutrient deficiency that's causing the issues with your thyroid, where you know your body's talking to you and you know something is wrong, but the doctor is like, your labs are fine. That's the root of who many of us as functional medicine practitioners see. They're like, the doctor said my labs are fine. We look at the labs and go, these labs ain't fine. These are not in functional ranges. They're using ranges to be able to prescribe you a medication, because nobody goes to a doctor and they walk away with a meal plan. They don't walk away with, hey, I need you to do some box breathing to reduce your stress because your cortisol levels are up. They don't tell you, let me tell y'all, these cortisol wellness drops I've been taking, that link is in the description box too. It's a difference. It's making my stomach flatter too, because I thought my stomach was getting a little bit wider. So these, you gonna see me on TikTok hustling like I own stock in this business, because, and they taste good. These cortisol wellness drops, yes, because what does cortisol do? Cortisol suppresses your body's ability to produce the thyroid hormone. Okay, what else did I want to cover here? We can skip that. I'll save this to see what questions y'all have in the classroom. I'll save this for the classroom if y'all have questions to share any of this. And the type of testing we like to see, we want to see TSH. That's the thyroid stimulating hormone. Let me tell you, the thyroid stimulating hormone, do many of y'all know what that is? The thyroid stimulating hormone is the motivator. So when that's the TSH number that they run. When they run that TSH number, if it's higher, it means the little man in the back is really having to hype up your thyroid to produce. So when that number is high, it means your thyroid is struggling. And then we may see the T4 and T3s that are lower, right? We don't want to see RT3 high, but like I said, most doctors won't run that. But we want to see TSH, we want to see T4, we want to see T3, we want to see the free forms of both of those hormones, T3 and T4. We want to see reverse T3. And sometimes we want to see the thyroid antibodies, especially if you have an autoimmune disease. We want to see the thyroid antibodies, or TPO and TGAB, the thyroid antibodies, all right? Those are the things I'm trained to look at, but we don't need to get into that there. The bottom line, nourish your thyroid. It's an MVP for fat loss. One way that you guys screw up your thyroid, is with chronic dieting. Because when you chronically diet, you suppress the production of the T3 that I talked about. What is T3? T3 is the one that pushes the gas pedal. Gas pedal. It pushes the gas pedal on fat burn, right? But when you chronically diet, guess what it does instead? It increases the production of RT3. That's the fat storing hormone. So this is why, even with, like, I have a program right now called the Holistic Fasting Reset, and I teach people how to safely fast using a little device called the Lumen. And you can find that on my website description and below on the Holistic Fasting Reset. People fast and be like, oh, I'm fasting for 18 hours, but can your body handle it? If you're not tracking what your body can handle, you put it in crisis, the cortisol levels go up, and all of the signaling, all of the hormones start running to all the organs and say, stop burning fat, stop burning fat. So if you're not in tune with your body, you can do more harm than good, even if you're fasting for a good reason. You got to be in tune with your body. Remember, we talked about bio-individuality. You want to be in tune with that. Okay, so that tyrosine I talked about, the tyrosine, that main building block of TSH, salmon, turkey, egg whites, buffalo, shrimp, pork, mustard greens, elk, quail, duck, tuna, spinach, pretty much all seafood, almonds, avocados. So think about someone who cut out meat. You see why you need to pay attention to certain hormones. This is why you need to be looking in the classroom at this breakdown I have of the key nutrients for thyroid function. Because although you went vegan, which, hey, I applaud you, because sometimes going vegan is a necessary healing diet to take out meat because of cancer. If you don't have someone helping you with a meal plan using targeted nutrition to get any other nutrients you need, anytime you remove a food group, you got to supplement. Anytime y'all be out here just willy-nilly removing food groups, jacking your body up. You can't just be removing food groups and not knowing what you're doing. Okay. Did I get through all of this? Did I want to talk about this? Okay. I talked about iron. So real quick on this with iron, before I give you some of the what you call it. Oh, wait. Let me back this up. RT3 is not a bad hormone. It is an important hormone. It's just when your body produces too much of it. RT3 tells you to eat, pretty much. It helps you eat, okay? So it does have its purpose. It does have its purpose and what it's supposed to do for your body. It's a response to keep you from starving. But most of us in America don't have an issue with starving now, do we? We don't have an issue with starving, you know? But your body may feel that way about it. Even if you don't feel like you starving, it's like, RT3, pump it up. She's in fight or flight mode, or something is going wrong. So the chronic dieting is what can cause this. Okay. If you had your thyroid removed, and then I'm going to talk about gut health real quick, and we're going to move on and hit the pituitary and be done a little after 8, because pituitary, I can go quick. I just had to get on the thyroid, like, whoo. If you had your thyroid removed, screenshot this. This is how you can increase your metabolism. This is how. Doesn't mean this is the only thing. So keep in mind, you may listen to every class of mine and go, all of my MVPs, my liver, my adrenal glands, my thyroid, my pituitary, all of them need support. If you don't want to nitpick and do the liver plan, the thyroid plan, all of these, I have a plan that has it all put together. It's my Rev Me Up fat loss system. DM me, not on social media. It is, I cannot keep up with DMs on social media. You need to go to the website and send me a message, or send me a message through the classroom, or if you're in the practitioner portal, you send me a message there, and I will tell you what program would likely be best for you to address all of these issues at once. So by the time you get to summer, you down a good 30-40 pounds. In a sustainable way. Your skin is glowing, your joint pain is going, you farts don't smell all stanky, you're not as bloated after meals, you know what I mean? Like, you have more energy, you're resting well. So my programs put all of this into something that's easy, but that's not free. Y'all got to pay me to do that, because I am in it. I am getting to know your body inside and out and giving you guidance every day in real time through a HIPAA compliant app where I'm messaging back and forth. You're tracking your symptoms, where I am your coach. I'm on it teaching you to give you the blueprint to your body of what you need. So this is what you do if you don't have your thyroid as a way. Supplementation will be important with this. Okay? Supplementation will be important. As related to gut health, here we go. Okay, as related to gut, and it's up there, so I might as well talk about it there. So 1, improve your sleep and reduce your stress. Sleep is linked to everything that I'm going to discuss in this course, because it's a certain recovery process that occurs that can only happen when you sleep. There are certain hormones that are only activated when you sleep. And if you don't get enough sleep, you don't get those hormones being released to do what they need to do. And reducing your stress. We talked about why in course number 2 last week. Prioritizing your gut health. One of the things linked to iron that I talk about often, many people go, oh yeah, I have low iron. There's it's very common that people that have a sluggish thyroid have a secondary diagnosis as low iron. And oftentimes it's not that they're not taking in enough iron. The issue is that their gut microbiome is screwed up, which we're going to talk about in the upcoming weeks, and their body can't absorb iron. Most of your food, 99.9% of your food is absorbed. Nutrient absorption occurs in your small intestines. We'll get into this. But some vitamin D, vitamin, iron, and also alcohol are absorbed in the stomach lining. If that stomach lining is jacked up from excessive alcohol, from stress, what the hormones are producing, from greasy shenanigans that you engage in, that kind of stuff, your gut, 70% of your immune system is also in your gut. So if you can't absorb it, your body can't use it. So you may be taking in enough iron, but your body can't use it. And then you end up with hypothyroid, and you think the issue is your thyroid, but the issue is your body, and you think the issue is low iron, but the root issue is that your gut health is screwed up, and you need to do a gut health plan, which I have several gut health plans, a gut health plan to restore that imbalance, and then your body can absorb the iron to make the building block of the the tyrosine, which is an amino acid which comes from protein. Are y'all keeping up with me? If you're replaying, just pause and rewind. I know it's a lot. I get that in the comments often, like, whoa, this is a lot. It is a lot. Strength training, reducing inflammation in the body as well. So really, your body's ability to convert iron and do different things with nutrients makes a huge difference in your thyroid. So before you just keep taking all these supplements, although I'm not a supplement whore, I will try them all. You supplement where you need to. But if you want to spend all the money on the supplements, sometimes your gut health got to get fixed, or your body can't even use the supplements that you're taking. And you have to eat anyway. So I am a advocate. I am a proponent. I am and for what I do, team food is medicine, supplements as you need. But let me tell you, as I am 48, going to be 49 this summer, it is clear I need more supplementation for the stuff that is going on and what I subject my body to. It's a shame that our health insurance doesn't cover it. Hopefully HSA and FSA dollars, if you have them, will cover it. If you feel like this ain't fair, you subjected your body to these conditions, knowingly or unknowingly. And you taking another kind of pill, not a knock to semi-glutides or any of this, or the quick fixes that you think you can have, it's not going to happen. You're going to create something else. You will fuck around and find out. The FAFO of it all will always come out. Always. I get it with anyone that loses weight too fast or does this. Something else is compromised in that process because they did not focus on healing the root, which takes time. You cannot undo 10 years worth of damage overnight. You can't. And if you still have that mindset, this course is not the place for you. It's not the place for you. That means that you are caught up in the culture of the quick fix it, symptom to a pill, ill, match the pill to the ill, and the pill is why you're ill. Okay, more. Screenshot this. These are your power foods. These are your power foods here. My go-to oyster zinc is one of them because it has vitamin B12, my iodine, my zinc, my selenium, and my copper. And the oysters is a power food. If you remember when we talked about adrenal glands. Now, let me tell you, these are so darn fresh. They smell like it. They're strong. And you can't get these on TikTok Shop. The probiotic for gut health. I get everything you see. I don't know if you can see me. Is from this company because they make them in small batches. I believe in no chemicals in my supplements. They are pricey. It is what it is. The morning magnesium, because I talk about magnesium, I think. My evening magnesium. All those links are below. My Genesis Wild Yam Cream. All things hormones. Yes, we're going to get into the pituitary gland next. All things hormones. In the holistic guide, write down pages 103 to 111. Pages 103 to 111. When I tell y'all that they did a good job. They did a good job. They did a good job. 103 to 111. They even have a protocol for Hashimoto's, inflammation of the thyroid, which is thyroiditis, and Graves' disease. And they break down. So if you're like, I think I have some thyroid conditions, page 103 to 111 in the optional course textbook, which is in the description box below, definitely has a breakdown explaining more of this. Okay. It also gives you, it talks about the things I just said, probiotic foods, prebiotic foods. It talks about certain mushrooms. Cordyceps I talked about the other night is also a good one for hyperthyroid. So the thing is, you got to keep in mind, Hyper and hypothyroid are two different things. Autoimmune disease is different than your thyroid just being sluggish. Okay, you got to keep it. What's the root? Because for someone that has an autoimmune disease, I'm treating the autoimmune issue first because that's attacking the thyroid. You can't just do the thyroid stuff. It has your herbs, your supplements. This has so much reading for in here, in this book on this. Stinging nettle, ginseng root, licorice root. I use that with clients. Evening primrose I use with clients. Cordyceps, cilantro. Don't miss an opportunity to put some cilantro on top of your food or on top of your salad. It's detoxifying. Also, reishi. That particular adaptogenic mushroom helps with gut health too. Helps with gut health. Is good with cancer. It talks about reducing toxin exposure. It talks about the sleep and managing stress. And then it has a good table breakdown of how you should eat. If you want it done in a meal plan with a prep guide, then you need to get the meal plan that I sent out and that I put in the portal. And it's in the description box below. That's easy. It's done for you. It's step-by-step recipes. This ain't no grocery shopping list. Ain't no step-by-step recipe. It's just kind of telling you what I'm telling you on the screen, but more. It does give you more. It gives you a lot. It even gives you what you do before bed, what you do in the morning. Like thyroid stuff, this is good. This is good. Pages 103 to 111. As linked to your second course book, the Apothecary book. This has some good stuff in it too. A bunch of pages. Write these down. Page 250. 251, 257, and 260. All right. And if you're allergic to a food, then you just do something different. You know, it's like, okay, I can't have the Brazil nuts, but I can't have the pine nuts, but I can do some pumpkin seeds. I can do some chickpeas. There's always a substitution. There's always a way. I'm a person that no matter what, you ain't gonna never tell me no. Meaning there's always a way in, around, under, through, unless even I got a client that don't have no teeth now, y'all. And don't like the dentures. We had to come up with a solution for that. Like, ain't no way you want to give me anything that you can't find a way. Okay, it doesn't mean you got to do all of it. But like this Apothecary remedies one, this came through. This is in the description box below as well. Let me go to 251. 251. Yes. Ooh, it has some good stuff. It has a bladderwrack tincture in here too. It has some good stuff. It has some good stuff. Wait a minute. Let me back up. Let me come up. What happened? Okay. I got this green screen, so it's hard to see. Anyway, I gave you the pages. So thyroid issues in this second course book, it has some good things you can mix up. You know, using your kitchen as medicine. Oh, yeah, somebody said this book is amazing. It is. So I wanted to guide you where it's optional. You don't have to use it, but it has some good stuff. It has some good stuff that you normally keep in your kitchen. Like for thyroid, very, very good. Okay. So you've seen the power support foods. The meal plan that's done for you has that done. I also, in our classroom, all of those alerts, it's probably all in the classroom now because I scheduled the content to drip, but you have thyroid support recipes. So I gave you 4 to 5 thyroid support recipes. Okay, let's get into the thermostat. The thermostat is the pituitary. The pituitary tells the thyroid what to do. It's in your brain. It's at the base of your brain, right? So it's the thermostat. So think of, you got the furnace and I'm too hot. You go to the what? The thermostat to adjust the temperature. So your pituitary gland is in your brain. It tells the furnace what to do. Much like your thermostat tells your furnace what to do, right? Okay, so same thing. Pituitary tells the thyroid what to do. It secretes hormones that regulate the actions of other hormones. So remember I told you that the pituitary secretes the TSH, not your thyroid. Your TSH is secreted by your pituitary gland, and the TSH tells then the body what to do. See? It stimulates the thyroid to secrete the TSH. TSH is the thyroid motivator. I told you about hyping it up. So it does secrete it. Sorry, it does secrete it, sort of, kind of. Regulate sex hormones as well. Keep this in mind as I'm talking about the pituitary, even if you don't think you have thyroid issues, but you need to support your thyroid if you're over 40, period. Sex hormones such as estrogen, progesterone, and other adrenal glands. Menopause. There are 2 supplements. They pricey, but let me tell you, my one client sent me her picture today. Oh my gosh. And she's in her mid-50s. The way she was not going to buy this, and she finally did. And she said, all you had to do was just give me before and after pictures. I knew this supplement would do this to my body. The link will be down below in the description box. These are pricey because they are very clean. There's like, it ain't no chemicals in it. They got to make them in small batches. I am one where you have to adjust your budget from your vices to support what you want. But we as a society have gotten used to pulling out our health card, our health insurance card, like a credit card. It don't cover stuff like this. You got to stop playing the lottery, stop drinking your calories, stop taking in the toxins, and see where you can adjust to support the body for the things that you want as you get on track. Because this stuff ain't free. It'd be nice if they make it and start covering it. I don't support the incoming, I don't support the current administration, but let me tell you, RFK Jr., as crazy as y'all think he is, I was wondering why a lot of the people that I follow support him. I see why. And any of those of y'all on semi-glutides better be careful, because he is against the bill that is already on the floor. There's a bill on the floor right now to make semi-glutides like Ozempic, Mounjaro, those different ones, I might have said the word wrong, available to anyone who is just overweight. He's against that bill. I'm team against the bill too. It's going backwards. We need to teach people how to heal themselves. I'm just hoping that with some of the craziness in office, maybe they will pass certain legislation that allows practitioners like me to be covered and allows things like this for insurance to cover supplements like this and not just medications from greed. I ain't vote that way, y'all, though, but I'm just kind of trying to find the silver lining in what we were dealt. So in sum, your pituitary gland is the control center for your hormones. Why not support it? The one reason I support it, and the hypothalamus is what controls your pituitary gland, right? The hypothalamus controls it all. So I said, you know what? Forget the rest of this. I'm going to get that in my meal, and I'm going to take the supplement that controls the person that's in control of all the hormones. That's my hypothalamic support, my sacred 7. Oh my God. Oh my gosh, this is why I have no hot flashes, no dry vagina, no falling out hair. My hair is growing. None of the issues that women are experiencing at 48. Not over here. I got right on it as soon as I seen a sign. Yes, it's costly. It's costly. I had to make adjustments to what I do to be able to take care of my body. But it's your control center. So when it malfunctions, so will your hormones. So the point I'm making, you see how I took you down the rabbit hole of getting here? Thank you, Miss Tamika said, this is the lesson I really needed. We just scratching the surface. We still got, what's this, week 3? We still got 7 weeks to go. So I'm trying to teach you guys that something so surface that you think you have, I'm teaching you the physiology and functionality of key organs in your body so you can go, hey, maybe I don't need to be on this iron supplement that has me constipated. I need to restore my gut health. And then bing bang, all of a sudden your thyroid improves. Or let me get on those cortisol drops because I know my cortisol levels are high for how stressful I am or what I did the cortisol mapping in the class, or I watched last week's lesson. Let me support the cortisol because cortisol automatically suppresses the production of the thyroid hormone. Do you see where I'm going? Teaching you to dig. Functional medicine practitioners, we are investigators. We are taught that, okay, thank you for your labs, patient. Thank you, but I'm about to get on this 1-hour phone call and I'm going to dig, and I'm going to map out, literally, I map out all of your issues to figure out what is the root cause. And we get to the root, and the joy that my clients have when we get to the root, and then they know how, because guess what? Your body's always going to have a pituitary gland, a hypothalamus, a thyroid, unless it's removed. What doesn't change is what doesn't change are the organs. The hormones don't change. So me teaching you how to heal yourself. I can say I'm a healer, but I love to teach. I teach you how to heal your own body. The information that I give you in my programs, in this free course that I'm offering that clients have paid for in the past, is something no one can take away from you. It's what you choose to do with it. What are you going to do with this information? Okay, pituitary support. Reduce your stress. Avoid refined sugars. Drink plenty of water. Avoid refined grains and high sodium foods. Do you see how a lot of this advice is the same across the board for most things? My meal plans have it done, and you won't even realize it's missing because chefs put together the meal plans. Then the registered dietitians approve it. They ain't my recipes, trust me. They ain't my recipes. Some of the stuff I would have never thought to eat. But when I learned to use food to manipulate the organs in my body to get them to do what I want, weight loss was magic. Having energy like this, I don't drink coffee, was like magic. No longer getting my rheumatoid arthritis in remission, magic. Using nutrition targetedly, understanding the functionality, the physiology and the functionality of the body. Power support foods for the pituitary gland. Remember the pituitary gland, hormones. But because I know I cannot always get all that in, I go to my sacred 7, and then I make sure I eat accordingly. But sometimes it's hard to remember to eat all of this stuff. I know week to week I'm giving you power foods, but how do I include this? You can do a meal plan. If you're hypothyroid, you definitely want to get my sluggish thyroid meal plan. I have clients, one of my clients, she told me she went on a semi-glutide and it took her 3 months to lose 9 pounds. She did my thyroid plan and she said, I lost 9 pounds in the first week. I said, yeah, I know, because the semi-glutide is not targeting your thyroid. That's not what it was designed to do. So you got to target the root. You got to target the root. Okay, somebody asked me if we were to take all these things and add them to our monthly routine, how much would it be? I don't know, because I don't know your root cause to add them all in. And this is just thyroid and pituitary. Then we had liver and we had adrenal glands, because I wouldn't advise you to add all of them in. I would want to book a clarity call with you, because taking this many supplements is crazy. I want you to change your lifestyle, because you have to eat anyway, and teach you how to eat. And then we decide what supplements you need. I would tell you, book a clarity call, and then you get a care plan from me, and the care plan tells you, here's, you get free food as medicine meal plans in with your care plan. You get a program recommendation, and then you get a breakdown of what supplements. I go, yeah, based on your history, you absolutely need the oyster zinc. Anybody with hypothyroid, hypo, not hyper, you need the oyster zinc for sure. But if you don't have hypothyroid, then it's like, okay, let me be mindful of those foods. Now, because I'm perimenopausal, I'm doing all of the things. The wild yam cream is an easier route, because this is $35. And look, I don't know if y'all can see this. I've showed this on TikTok a few times. This is in my description box too. This is like, I spent $35 and I've had this for 6 months, 6 or 7 months now, still using it, because a dab will do you. And this has grapeseed oil, almond oil, castor oil, wild lamb root, red clover, chaste tree berry, which I love for increasing progesterone levels, cramp bark, milk thistle, oat straw, vitamin E, shea butter, organic beeswax, unrefined coconut oil, lavender, frankincense, and clary sage. Ain't near chemical, and this helps to balance the hormones in a natural way. So before I say all of the things, I say do a clarity call. Do a clarity call, and then 9 times out of 10, when people have issues in all of these areas, I throw them into my Rev Me Up support fat loss system, because it reverses disease, reverses diabetes, takes the blood sugar levels down, takes the inflammation down, the oxidative stress. It supports the gut health. It supports the hormone. It does all of the things. I put it all into a 1 to 3 month program for people. 1 to 3 month program for you. And so that's the best way. That's the best way. And the clarity call is included in that. So you tap the link or you message me somewhere, because then you get it. And then it's like, what's next? I go, well, you can stay in my support group, but I've given you everything that you need. Okay. We didn't need that there. So let me do this real quick. I'm going to stop sharing my screen to talk to y'all. And it was 8:10. I thought I wasn't going to do this, but I did. Okay. So I hope this was helpful. If you feel overwhelmed, let me make sure. If you feel overwhelmed by the information, that's normal. You're just eager. And you want to do all of the things. Go into the portal. I'm looking at what this is. Okay. Not into the portal. Go into our forum, and I named it our Forum and Learning Collective. If you're replaying this, it's in the link to get in. No matter when you're replaying, you can get into the classroom and get the materials, get the recipes. You guys are getting a lot of the free stuff I give away when people come in. But if you realize I got all these things and need practitioner support, you can. There's ways. Some insurances will reimburse you for the health coaching portion of what I do. That's on my website too, to tell you how you can get some reimbursement for things. The cost of my programs range from $30 up to $1,400. There are afterpay, shop pay options to pay. $30 for a meal plan. There's some meal plans that are free, all the way up to $1,400. And that's 3 months of intense working with you back and forth, and meal plans and all of that. So with meal plans, it's me diving deep. It's me giving you the supplement recommendations. It's me looking at your labs, all of the things. And so that's the range to make it affordable, because that makes it easy. If you know that ain't in the budget, you don't want to put it on a pay later, whatever plan, then you take all of these notes on here, get you a couple meal plans, and do the things. If you know you need one-to-one coaching support and you need me on that ass, then you need to get my program. But I know that is the interesting part. Is the reason I have more clients from the West Coast is because they say my pricing is low, so low that they almost were turned away. Like, how can you do all of this for this rate? They are used to spending that in 1 month to have a functional medicine practitioner. What I charge for 3 months, they're used to spending for 1 month. And most people aren't used to spending money for this. So that's why in this Each One Teach One movement, I was excited to be able to share this. But I need to remind you, in the mindset of let me fix it overnight, let me wear my castor oil pack and everything's better. We gotta dismantle the dysfunction. You done spent years jacking things up and you have no idea what's going on the cellular level. I want to leave you with this analogy to round out. I want to leave you with this analogy. Who knows the TLC show, Hoarding Buried Alive? Your wellness has been buried alive. If you watch that hoarding show, do you see how, one, they got to work on the mindset of the person that has the issue, the disease, the dis-ease in the home, right? The infection in the home. And then they begin to peel the layers away of where the problems are. Sometimes they get all the stuff out the house. And with that, think of this getting stuff out the house, come habits and behaviors. They don't want to give certain stuff up. Some of y'all don't want to give up your coffee. You don't want to give up your alcohol. You don't want to give up your time spent on TV that you could use meal prepping. You don't want to allocate the funds that you do have to move for this because you're used to paying for your health care with a card. That's changing. You see the times are changing, right? Let me go for my astrology goals. We are Pluto in Aquarius for the next 20 years. Times are changing. Times are changing. Gone are those days. Did I lose an earring? I lost a whole earring in here, whipping around and everything and talking. Times are changing. You have to learn how to heal and step out of your comfort zone and face the truth and knowing, yeah, I don't do that. And yeah, I look for the easy way out. I'm going to begin to heal my body, and it's going to take time to dismantle the dysfunction. Much like the hoarding buried alive, they bring some things out the house and you uncover, oh, wait a minute. The bathroom is all jacked up. The toilet don't work. This don't work. Or they get it out and go, oh, it's actually fine. That's the process as a functional medicine practitioner that I go through with my clients, and peeling back these layers to see we dismantle the dysfunction. And then I help you go from deficiency to sufficiency. That takes time, and everyone is different. But you will never know unless you get started, and you will continue building like a hoarder that keeps on buying shit. You will keep on adding and hoarding, burying your wellness alive if you don't start. You don't got to start fast, but you got to start. You got to start. After this, in 5 minutes, I'm going out to my kitchen to eat my hormone balancing lasagna on TikTok. We're going to just have a little after class discussion if you want to join us there. This was the formal class. I'm going to go down there, after class discussion. I talk about some of the same stuff in a more informal way. This recording will be here for the replay. All of the things linked to what I discussed, the pituitary, thyroid gland support recipes, pituitary gland support recipes, that diagram of the thyroid, that full list of all the nutrients, what foods have them, and what those nutrients do with a little activity for you. That is all in the classroom. Along with in this box and in the classroom is the promotion code to take 50% off the sluggish thyroid meal plan for you. Okay. I love this. I see y'all comments there. I love y'all comments. Thank you. And when you go to my website, I break down everything we do day by day. I'll be like, okay, for the whole 3 months, I break down what we do day by day so you can see where your money goes. Now, yes, I've had a business coach, and people, especially now, as I'm building a team because I want to extend my reach even further. And they're like, you got to take these prices up. You won't be able to manage your load with your price being this low. My clients will tell you, I be in that ass every day. Oh, I see you logged your poop, this, change this. So when you start taking a supplement and you're logging your symptoms by tapping just a few buttons, I'm able to tell you, I'm able to stop taking this, add this, increase that, do this. You have me as your guide on the side every day. When things ain't working, if you're like, hey, I can't eat this, I'm doing the meal plans, I'm doing the everything for you. So some people that aren't used to that think that price is high, but go to the website. And it breaks down. I just don't give you a price. On the website, which is in the bio below, tap on Rev Me Up Fat Loss Programs. It will break down every inch of what I do for each of those days and what you get. And right now, I'm leaving the price there. But if all of a sudden I get an influx of customers, what do they say? Demand, supply and demand. If that goes up, I will have to take my rate back up. What they charge on the West Coast for what I do is triple the rate. I was like stunned by it, but with the transformations that I get, go on my website and look at the testimonials. You will see what people say. It's beyond weight loss. It's beyond weight loss what I do, and I'm thankful that I'm able to do it. I want it to be affordable for people, which is why I took advantage of offering this information free. It's why I'm giving discounts on the meal plans. And if we get to the end of this 10 weeks and we get enough people that go, I want to do the Rev Me Up, or I want to do the Holistic Fasting Reset, if we get enough people at once where I can run a cohort, I will drop the rate down for y'all. We get enough people. Whenever I've gotten girlfriends that get together and will do my program all at once, and I drop the rate because we're doing it as a cohort and they have that support. So there we look at my mama in the comments. She said root cause. Root cause. I missed most of the live, but I know it's 4 p.m. my time. Hey, from the West Coast. So make sure you play it back. It'll be available here for you to replay. Thank you, Eli. Thank you, Eli. I see that. Preach. Oh, somebody done booked the clarity call. Did you book a clarity call? I'm gonna go into my portal and see you booked you a clarity call. I'm gonna get you some milk. I'm gonna get you to people book the clarity call and then come back and go, girl, I lost weight just from the clarity call. I'm like, I know. Because in the clarity call, I identify the root causes of your issues. So all of the stuff I'm teaching, you answer a questionnaire for me, send me labs if you have them. I explore it. I get on a call with you for an hour. Then I come back and I spend 1 to 2 hours. It's a lot of time for that little $200. I spend about 4 hours for the $200 to give you what you need in a care plan, in a clarity call. And then if you decide that you want, for whoever booked the clarity call, you decide that you want to do one of my programs, I deduct what you paid for the clarity call off of the program, because that's one less step I have if you book it in the first 2 months. But it depends. And some of you just hang around, but explore. And if you go, hey, and the afterpay option is up there for you to pay 6 months, pay a month, whatever. I pay a higher fee on it, but it makes it affordable for you to be able to do it. And if you start now, we in February, March, April, May, June. Oh, the 3-month satellation be serious. You be so ready for the summer. So ready. And if not, you still can benefit here. Just use the tools I'm teaching you. Follow me on all of the platforms so you can get all of the goodies, and then push yourself. Don't use the excuse if you don't have the financial resources to allocate for it, because I've made this masterclass free. You can still do this. Will it require more work on your end? Yes. You paying me for a program is me doing more of the work and giving the one-on-one. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Put your questions in the classroom under the week 3 area. Tell a friend. They can still join the class. The information will be here. Share this live once it's posted. Come back and like the live here. And my mama talking about she keep it real. Yeah, I do. I love what I do. And I love changing lives. Thank you for receiving this information. Thank you for the love you guys have shared, not only in the chat, but on TikTok, the different platforms, and anybody replaying. I appreciate you for allowing me to be a vessel to bring this information to you and hopefully influence how you think about your health. So thank you. Good night. I'm going to warm my food and hop on over to TikTok for those that want to join me. I'll be a little bit loose with my mouth over there. But check the description box. Pretty much everything I talked about is down below. But don't become a supplement whore. Book a clarity call before you do that, so we can talk about what you actually need. Good night. Oh, thank you. I love that you love the class. Thank you, Tiana, for following. Thank you for following. Yes, because I go live and have a good time over there. Let me stop my recording. I got so many screens going. I can still see y'all here. Wait a minute. How? Okay, here we go. More. Stop this recording.